Hi guys, hope you're all doing well and welcome to Battlefield 2042 Season 6 gameplay. So EA invited me a couple days ago to a capture event where we got to play on the new map here, Redacted, for a couple of hours, and we're going to be taking a look at that, all the information about it, looking at the 3 new guns, there's a new vehicle, and a couple other cool quality of life changes and some kind of Halloween event that's coming up. As you can probably tell, this map is completely infantry only. There are no vehicles on it, and DICE said that it's been inspired by Operation Locker and Operation Metro. It's very claustrophobic, it's very hectic, and if you're a fan of those maps from BF3 and BF4, I think you're going to love this. I reckon this will be a fan favorite map. It goes back to a 3-lane type of design, very classic, but they've added a lot of flanking routes, vertical and sideways flanks. Down the bottom of the map there are these huge red corridors that lead to every single flag and a zip line at the top. So if you've got no other option and you just feel like you're trapped in spawn, you can go to one of these corridors and quickly zip and try and get a flank on, or go all the way to the back of the other side of the map, get a lovely back cap, flank behind, get your LMG out with the suppressor on, and just mow squads down as you're behind them. They got no idea that you're there. I experienced several Operation Locker style moments where we were stuck on stairs. There were grenades coming in left, right and center. We had to put smokes down, make a big push through. Everyone was dropping ammo. Everyone was reviving. It's got that classic meat grinder feel that some people just love on these games. DICE also told us that it's the first map in the Battlefield series that's set completely indoors. And when they said that, I thought, is it really? And, you know, thinking back, I've played every Battlefield game apart from the weird Battlefield 2 copy that was on Xbox. I think it's right. I can't remember there ever being a map completely set indoors. I mean, it's got these fake outdoors sections that are covered by a dome of LED screens, because remember, this is all underground, but it's all completely encapsulated, so it's not really outdoors. But I digress. So by default, it is 64 players. However, you can make it 128 players on Portal if you want to, and I'm sure that many people will do that. XP grinding on this is going to be insane. You think about game modes like Breakthrough. We didn't get to play Breakthrough, unfortunately. That's going to be very popular on this map. Also, I'd love to play Rush on this map. I feel like the layout is perfectly suited to that because of how linear it is, so I'm looking forward to that if Rush is available. In general, the vibe of this map, the detail, I'm really digging it. There's a proper narrative to it as you move from one end of the map to the other, going through all the medical centers, seeing how they make some of these prosthetics, this weird blue blood spilt all over the floor, the body bags, writing in red blood on the walls, vats where they potentially were storing people. I'm not entirely sure on the lore, but I think the gist of it is that it's a company who has an underground facility, and on the surface it looks like they are making prosthetics and robotic components for members of the public, soldiers on the outside, but it's a front because beneath all that there's this seedy layer where they're actually running these horrific experiments on people and soldiers, turning them into super soldier cyborgs, I guess. And there's an element of AI control here too, which is really interesting. It's very spooky, very creepy. I don't think it's too dark either. There's plenty of lighting. You can see what you're doing, see what you're shooting at. Interestingly, DICE released an article where they talked about the making of this map, and there was just some really cool little details in there. Like, the look of it was inspired by a real place in Sweden who are an internet service provider called Bahnhof, and their office or bunker has this type of architecture. Apparently, before it was an office space, it used to be a command center for the Swedish military during the Cold War. It was then discontinued in the 90s and repurposed by this internet service provider Bahnhof as their data center. There's some pictures of it on the blog. Awesome looking place, but that inspired the look of it. And they also used a lot of photogrammetry on this map too. That's where they scan real objects and put them in the game. The prosthetics, for example, they went to a local orthopedic clinic in Stockholm and scanned some of those prosthetics, putting them in the game. The body bags that are littered around, they actually went and bought some body bags. Apparently you can just do that, put mannequins in them and scan them. So it's a very hyper realistic looking map. I'm sure there's all sorts of secrets and Easter eggs in here too. I'm putting bets on that there's a couple of jump scares with the body bags where they just suddenly move. As for new weapons, we've got the VHX D3, which is an assault rifle. This thing is going to absolutely dominate the game. I've got no doubt about it. I feel like it's one of the best weapons they've added to 2042 since launch. It's got good portability. good damage, close quarters and medium range. Everyone's going to be using this gun. The other primary weapon is the G428, which is a long distance DMR. Very good accuracy, great stopping power. You can actually set it up for full auto too, so I was using it a little bit in that respect. Maybe not the best choice on this map, but on other maps, I can feel it dominating at that medium to long range. And then finally, the third new weapon is the L9CZ pistol, which is based off a gun in real life called the Alien. And that's semi-auto, highly accurate. You can fire it dead fast. Pretty cool. Some new gadgets as well. We've got pouches back, you know, the pouches that we had in Battlefield 4 where they are small medical and ammo bags. You can throw them out quicker, you can throw them out further. They don't replenish as much, but I think you get more of them. So if you're an on-the-move support player, those might be your best friend. We also played TDM on the map, which I don't think I've ever played TDM in 2042. It just hasn't interested me, but the layout of this map definitely lends itself well to that game mode. If you want to jump in, level up a few guns, practice your movement, your aim, might be a good option for that now. So we didn't get to experience any kind of zombies mode or Halloween event. I know a lot of people in the community have speculated that that might be a thing. I definitely felt like the ARG, the Easter eggs, the teasers, and the reveal trailer were kind of hinting at that in some way. Not from what we were shown here anyway. However, and we didn't know this before the event, at the end of the gameplay trailer they released yesterday, there's this little section where they talk about a Halloween specific limited time event, and a large storage container opens up and we see a shadow of something big on Zane, and he says something along the lines of "we are reborn." So I don't know what that's going to be. They didn't tell us. I think they're keeping it secret. It looks like there will be some kind of Halloween event. Will it be PvE? Maybe for a couple days. Will it just be, oh, you can pick up something in the game and become a super soldier for a couple minutes? Who knows? They're keeping everything secret. They didn't tell us a thing about that, but my interest is piqued. There's a new vehicle this season called the Pond Hawk. We didn't get to play with this because we only played on the new map, and as I mentioned, it's infantry only, but the Pond Hawk will be added to most other Battlefield 2042 maps, and this is a cross between a drone and a jet ski, I would say, so you can get two people on it. It's got really quick movement. It hovers above the ground, but not as high as a helicopter could. It doesn't have any weapons on it, but of course, when you're on it, you can use your own weapons. You can use grenades, rockets, guns, whatever. You can roadkill with it. I assume that's going to lead to many moments of hilarity. It's fast. I don't imagine it's going to be very durable though. So bit of a meme vehicle. Could make for some really cool clips and moments in gameplay. There's some good quality of life updates here too. Some aim assist enhancements for controller players. I think you can get more into the nitty gritty of the response curves now. Maybe they've buffed the aim assist a bit. I don't know. I don't play with controllers, so I couldn't tell you exactly how different that feels. They made some improvements to vehicle handling with jets, so they're gonna play a bit better. Tanks, they've looked into tweaking the turning of vehicle speed. Also, when vehicles are in the air, when they do jumps, they're going to react differently. They finally nerfed the railgun tank, and they've changed the way some of the recon class plays. On top of this, there's a new battle pass, of course, 100 tiers if that's your thing, and there's a new layer to this called the battle pass ultimate pack, which you have to pay for. And it's a new option that will allow you to progress through the pass quicker with tier skips, and also grants you exclusive skins. The way I look at it is that it's kind of like Black Cell from COD. I don't know how many people will buy into this, but it's an option now. Finally, they announced that Battlefield 2042 is going to be free from October 12th to 16th. I think you can download the full game and play it for free on those dates, and it's on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. I don't know if they've done that before for this game, but yeah, if you haven't tried it yet, that might be a good chance to hop on and give it a go. And yeah, that's about it. On first impressions, I thoroughly enjoyed this map, and I think if you're someone who plays 2042 regularly, you're going to really enjoy it too. Some new weapons are pretty fun as well. As for that event, I've got no idea. Looking forward to it though. We didn't learn anything about if there's going to be more seasons for 2042 either. The way I'm approaching this now is that there might be one more season. I feel like they could get one more season out of this before they've just got to put all the devs on whatever's next. With all the quality of life updates in this patch too, it almost feels like it's coming to the end. I'd love it if there was season 7, 8, and 9. We'll have to see. I'm feeling like there might just be one more, but of course time will tell. Yeah, that's all for today, folks. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you being here. If you want to learn more about the map and the lore behind it and how they put it together, as I mentioned, Dice did make a really interesting blog, so I'll probably link that down in the description below. Also, Level Cap did a video where he was on call with a couple of the developers and they were talking about the process of making the map. Super insightful, and that's over on his channel if you want to hop over there and check that out as well. Drop me a like below, guys. Thank you. That would be much appreciated. Let me know how you're feeling about this. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.